Question number 22 states here, the equation of a line is 3x plus 4y minus 7 is equal to 0. So given equation of the line is 3x plus 4y minus 7 is equal to 0. This is the given equation. Now, the question is, first question, find the slope of the line. Okay, how to find the slope of the line? If I call this as 1, write this as if I write this as A, because I have part 1 here, so writing A as A in the form y is equal to mx plus c, we get, you can write the given equation as 3x is equal to 4y is equal to minus 3x plus 7, right? That means now you can divide both sides by 4, write this as minus 3x plus 7 by 4. That means now you can write this as y is equal to minus 3 by 4x plus 7 by 4, right? This is of the form y is equal to mx plus c, and what is the coefficient of x here? Minus 3 by 4. So therefore, what can you write? Therefore, slope of the line A is, say, m is equal to minus 3 by 4, right? Okay. So that answers the first part of the question. The next part of the question here states, find the equation of a line perpendicular to the given line. Okay, that means given line means that this A. Okay, the equation of a line which is perpendicular to the given line and passing through the intersection of the lines. Now, what does this mean? This question. You need to find the equation of such a line which passes through the intersection of these two lines. Okay, this is the point of intersection. That means this dotted line. Okay, you need to find the equation of this dotted line which passes through the point of intersection of these two straight lines whose equation is given. What are the equations given? X minus y plus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, and this equation is given to you as 3x plus y minus 10 is equal to 0. Okay, you need to find the equation of such a line, okay, which passes to the point of intersection of these two lines and is also perpendicular to the given line. What is the given line? Let's say this is the given line. Okay, what is the given line? A, right? This is the given line. So we write the equation of this line as 3x plus 4y minus 7. This is what the question means. Okay, you need to find the equation of this dotted line such that it passes through the point of intersection of these two lines and is perpendicular to the given line. Given line was this. Okay. Okay, so how do we find out this equation? First of all, we find out the point of intersection of these two straight lines. Which two straight lines? This one and this one. Okay. So what we do here is we solve these two equations. So you have 3x plus y minus 10 is equal to 0. And you have x minus y plus 2 is equal to 0. You solve these two equations, add them. Elimination method. This cancels. You get 4x and minus 10 plus 2 will give you minus 8 is equal to 0. So you get 4x is equal to 8. That means you get x is equal to 8 by 4.
Morning, sir.
Morning. Which cancels, you get 2. Okay. Now, in order to get the value of y, you put x is equal to 2 in any of the two equations. Let's put in the second equation. Putting x is equal to 2 in, x minus y plus 2 is equal to 0. We get 2 minus y plus 2 is equal to 0. That means you get 4 minus y is equal to 0. That means you get y is equal to 4. Okay. So therefore, what is the point of intersection of the lines? Therefore, point of intersection of the lines 3x plus y minus 10 equal to 0 and x minus y plus 2 is equal to 0 is what is the value of x? 2. What is the value of y we have got? 4. So therefore, the point of intersection is 2, 4. That means this point here is 2, 4. Now you see that the dotted line passes through the point 2, 4, right? And is perpendicular to which line? This given line, isn't it? This line whose slope we have already found out, right? Now, because the dotted line whose equation we need to find out is perpendicular to the given line, whose slope we know as minus 3 by 4. So what should be the equation of the dotted line? Slope of the required line. What should be the slope? Because this line, slope we know as m is equal to minus 3 by 4. We know the slope of this line. Therefore, what should be the slope of this dotted line? It should be the negative reciprocal of m, right? It should be minus 1 by m, which is minus 1 by minus 3 by 4, which is equal to 4 by 3, right? So we have got the slope of the dotted line 4 by 3 because it was perpendicular to the given line. And we also solved the two equations and found the point of intersection of the line through which the line, the dotted line passes. Okay. So what should be the equation? If I know a point on a straight line, this one, and if I know the slope of this straight line as how much? 4 by 3. So what should be the equation of the line if I know a slope and a point? From point slope form, right? Hence, required equation of the line is y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. Put the values. Y minus y1 is 4 is equal to m. M is 4 by 3 into x minus x1 is 2, right? This one is x1 y1, right? So therefore now we can solve this. Cross multiply, you get thrice y minus 4 is equal to 4x minus 2. Write this in the general form now. This should be 4 times x minus 2. Okay, so now you get 3y minus 12 is equal to 4x minus 8. And you take everything on the right hand side, so you get 4x, you take 3y that side, so you get minus 3y, and you take minus 12 this side, so you get a plus 12, and minus 8 will remain as it is. So the required equation of the line is 4x minus 3y plus 4 is equal to 0. Okay, so that's the end of this question. Let's move to the next question. This is question number 22. We finished. We'll do 23 now. If you read question number 23, it states find the equation of the perpendicular from the point 1 minus foot of the perpendicular. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now find the equation of the perpendicular from the point 1 minus 2 on the line 4x minus 3y minus 5 is equal to 0. Also find the coordinates of the foot of the perpendicular. Now what does this mean? If you have a straight line here, okay, equation is given to you as 4x minus 3y minus 5 is equal to 0. This is the equation of the line given. Okay, you need to find out the equation, find the equation of the perpendicular from the point. So if I'm to this line, if I am to draw a perpendicular, let's say from a point P, whose coordinates is given to you as 1 minus 2. Okay. You need to find the equation of this perpendicular line. Okay. You need to find out the equation of this perpendicular line. I'm drawing a perpendicular to this line. You need to find out the equation of this line. Okay. Okay. Now, next part of the question states also find the coordinates of the foot of the perpendicular. Now, what do you mean by foot of the perpendicular? This point M. This point M is called the foot of the perpendicular. Okay. You need to find out the coordinates of M. So let's proceed how to find out. First of all, we will find out the equation of the perpendicular line. Okay. So how will you find out? First of all, the equation of this line is given, right? 4x minus 3y minus 5. So write this in the form y is equal to mx plus c and find the slope first. So writing 4x minus 3y minus 5 is equal to 0 in the form y is equal to mx plus c, we get 3y is equal to 4x minus 5. That means you get y is equal to 4x minus 5 by 3. Means you get y is equal to 4 by 3x minus 5 by 3. Right? So therefore, what can you say? So what is the slope of this the given line? Slope of the line 4x minus 3y minus 5 equal to 0 is, let's call the slope as m1, is equal to 4 by 3. So what is the slope of this line? 4 by 3, right? So what should be the slope of the line that is perpendicular to this line? Should be a negative reciprocal, right? Therefore, slope of the line which is perpendicular to 4x minus 3y minus 5 equal to 0 is, say, m2 is equal to negative reciprocal, right? Because the lines are perpendicular, minus 1 by 4 by 3, which is equal to minus 3 by 4. Okay. So this is the slope of this line we have got as minus 3 by 4, m2 minus 3 by 4. Now you know the slope of this line and you know the point, a point on the line. How do you find out the equation? You use a point slope form, right? So hence required equation of the line perpendicular to 4x minus 3y minus 5 equal to 0 is y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Means y minus, now what is x1 y1? This point is your x1 y1. So x1 is 1 and y1 is minus 2. So y1 is minus 2. This is m2, sorry. Okay, so m2 here is minus 3 by 4 into x minus x1 here is 1. Yes, this is the required equation of the perpendicular. So you get y plus 2 is equal to minus 3 by 4 times x minus 1. Okay, now you simplify this, cross multiply, you get 4 times y plus 2 is equal to minus 3 times x minus 1. 4y plus 8 is equal to minus 3x plus 3. So you get 3x plus 4y plus 8 minus 3 is equal to 0. So you get 3x plus 4y plus 5. This is the equation of this perpendicular line. So 3x plus 4y plus 5. So equation of this line is 3x plus 4y plus 5 equal to 0. Now the second part of the question states you need to find out the coordinates of the foot of the perpendicular. Now m is the foot of the perpendicular, right? Now m, if you see, is the point of intersection of this line and this line, right? And how do you find out the point of intersection of two lines? By solving the two equations, right? Simultaneously. If I solve this equation and this equation simultaneously, I will get the coordinates of M. Let's solve these two equations. 4x minus 3y minus 5. And next equation is 3x plus 4y plus 5. Call this as your question number 1, the equation number 2. How do you solve these two equations? You can eliminate x first if you want, or y first, whichever you want. If you see the coefficient of x here is 4, you can multiply this by 3. And coefficient of x here is 3, so you can multiply this by 4. So that both of them become 12. 12x minus 9y minus 15 is equal to 0. And here you have 12x plus 16y plus 20 is equal to 0. Okay, subtract. This cancels. Here sign changes, so you get minus 25y. Okay, minus, and here you get 35 is equal to 0. So you get minus 25y is equal to 35. That means you get y is equal to 35 by minus 25. There's 7 and you cancel by 5. So you get minus 7 by 5. Okay. How do you find out x? Put 7 by 5 in any of the two equations. Let us put it in one. Putting y is equal to minus 7 by 5 in 1. We get 4x minus 3 into minus 7 by 5 minus 5 is equal to 0. You get 4x plus 21 by 5 minus 5 is equal to 0. Means you get 4x plus, take the LCM, 21 minus 25 equal to 0. You get 4x minus 21 minus 25 is minus 4 by 5. So you get 4x is equal to 4 by 5. I divide both sides by 4. You get x is equal to 4 by 5 into 4. This cancels, so you get only 1 by 5. Hence, coordinates of the foot of the perpendicular is what is the x coordinate? 1 by 5. What is the y coordinate? Minus 7 by. This is the coordinates of the foot of the perpendicular, which I have called m. And write m also. Okay. That finishes this question. Okay, next question. The next question here is number 27. The question is, find the equation of the line through the point minus 1, 3 and parallel to the line joining the points 0, minus 2 and 4, 5. So you need to find the equation of the line through the point minus 1, 3. Let's call this as the point minus 1, 3. So this straight line must pass through this point, right? And what else? That it must be parallel to the line joining the points 0, minus 2 and 4, 5. So it must be parallel to this line, which has 2 points as 0, minus 2 and 4, 5. We need to find the equation of this dotted line, which passes through the point minus 1, 3, and which is parallel to this given line, and in which you know 2 points, right? So how do you find out? First of all, you find out the slope of this line. Okay, how do you find out the slope? Slope of the line joining 0, -2 and 4, 5 is m is equal to, let's call this as m1. Okay, y2 minus y1. If you know 2 points on a straight line, how do you find out the slope? By this formula, right? You can consider this as your x1 y1 and this as your x2 y2. Okay, so y2 here is 5, y1 here is -2, and x2 here is 4, and x1 here is 0. So you get 5 plus 2, which is 7 by 4, right? So therefore, slope of the line, slope of the required line, that is the dotted line, m2, is nothing but the negative reciprocal of m1, isn't it? Because the, sorry, not negative, it should be equal because the lines are parallel. Therefore, slope of the required line m2. So we have got the slope of this line m1. How much have we got? 7 by 4. So if this slope is m2, then m2 must be equal to m1 because the lines are parallel to each other. It's 7 by 4, right? So we have got this also as 7 by 4. So now what should be the equation of this line? You know the slope of this line m2, and you know a point on this line also. So therefore you can find this out by point slope form. Hence, equation of the required line is y minus y1 is equal to m2 times x minus x1, right? So y minus, and what is x1 y1 in this case? In this case, x1 y1 is this point, right? x1 y1. So x1 is -1, y1 is 7, 3. Sorry, this is 3, not 7. This is 3. Okay. So y1 here is 3. m2 here is 7 by x minus, and x1 here is -1. You can put curly brackets here. Okay, now you can simplify and get the equation on the line. So you get 4 times y minus 3 is equal to 7 times x plus 1. 4y minus 12 is equal to 7x plus 7. That means you get 7x. Take everything on the right hand side. Get 7x minus 4y plus 12 plus 7 is equal to 0. So you get 7x minus 4y plus 19 is equal to 0. This is the equation of the dotted line, or the required line. Okay. So that finishes this question. With this, we move to the next question. Number 27. After that, I'll do 28, or not 28. Sorry, 29. I should do. Okay. Now the diagram is not too visible. I'll just overwrite it here instead of drawing afresh. This is given to be 45 degree, and this point P is given to be 5, 3. Okay. This is the origin. This is the x-axis, x dashed. This is the y-axis, right? So this straight line is given to you, which passes through the point 5, 3, and which makes an angle of 45 degree with the x-axis, right? This figure is given to you, and what are the points given here? This point is given as Q. Okay, this point here is given as P, whose coordinates are 5, 3. Okay, question is, first question, find the slope of the line. What should be the slope of the line? If you see, the straight line makes an angle of 45 degree with the x-axis. So what is the inclination of the line? Inclination of the line PQ with the x-axis, theta, right, is equal to 45 degree, right? We take it in the positive direction, this direction, right? So this angle here is 45 degrees. So therefore, what should be the slope? Tan 45, which is equal to 1. Okay, so the slope is equal to 1. Next question. Write the equation of the line. Equation of the line PQ, right? So how do you find out the equation of this line? You know the slope of the line, 1, and you know one point on the line, P, right? So which form do you use? The point slope form, right? Equation of the line PQ is y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. Now which one is x1, y1 here? This point P is your x1, y1. So y minus y1, which is 3. M here is 1 into x minus x1 here is 5. So you get y minus 3 is equal to x minus 5. You can take everything to the right hand side to get x minus y plus 3 minus 5 is equal to 0. Means you get x minus y minus 2 is equal to 0. This is the equation of the line PQ. Okay, that answers the second part. The third part, find the coordinates of Q, that is this point. Now if you see what is special about Q, the special thing about Q is that it is nothing but the point of intersection of the straight line PQ with the y-axis, right? And how do you find out the point of intersection of a line with the y-axis? What is the equation of the y-axis? X is equal to 0, isn't it? So this line x is equal to 0 and this line PQ, whose equation we already know. What is the equation we have found out? X minus y minus 2 is equal to 0. This, right? So this line and this line x is equal to the 0 intersect at Q. How do you find out? You solve simultaneously, right? So how do you solve? Putting x is equal to 0 in x minus y minus 2 is equal to 0. We get 0 minus y minus 2 is equal to 0. That means you get y is equal to minus 2, right? So once you get y, now the point Q is on the y-axis, right? Hence, what should be the coordinates of Q? Coordinates of Q. If it is a point on the y-axis, that means its x coordinate must be 0. And what is the value of y we have got here? Minus 2, right? Now, if they ask you what is the y-intercept of the line, what should be your answer? This length is the y-intercept. And how much is this length? Minus 2. So your y-intercept is minus 2 units. If they ask you, okay? So note y-intercept is equal to minus 2 units. Okay, fine. So I'll stop here.